We are very excited to have you on board, Werner. So I'd like to start with, please, can you introduce yourself and tell us about your role at Merba?
Yes, of course I can. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for having me in. As introduced by Eric, my name is Werner Boerman and I'm the application specialist at Merba. We are a high-volume cookie manufacturing, producing high-quality cookies and selling them worldwide. We are established in 1932. We have over 180 employees, and we export our cookies to about 70 countries in the world. Important to mention is that most of our cookies are sold to the private label industry and mainly the big supermarket brands. It's my job to work in between the IT and the production, and I'm responsible for the improvement of processes with the use of software.
Thank you. My kids always ask when I'm going to Merba again, because like many food companies, Merba is really proud on what they produce. So when you get there, you will always get some cookies with you. And my kids always really are happy when I come back from Merba after visiting them, because then they have a lot of cookies again. Werner, can you please tell us about the challenges Merba was facing that led to the selection of an ERP solution, ultimately being Microsoft Dynamics AX?
We believe that a good ERP is crucial in the integration of all information in a company. And an ERP system should be able to provide real-time information about how you did and how you're doing at that moment. Previously, we were working on a very closed application with a database structure which was not SQL based, and getting information from the system was a very big challenge. It simply could not give us the information we required. And this changed when we started to use Dynamics AX. The SQL database and the open source setup gives us opportunities to extract any information we would like to have. And we are a strong believer that open source ERP will also lead to new innovative software products. We started to use AX in 2007. We upgraded to 2009, and we are now using the 2012 version.
So I see you're a long-time customer on a long journey with AX, being up to date on the latest version, with sometimes some challenges there as well. But what were the goals you were looking to accomplish, which resulted in seeking an integrated maintenance management solution?
Well, before using the maintenance management solution, we used the basic separated administration for our maintenance activities. And what we've missed there was an easy registration of spare parts and working hours. And also it was very difficult to integrate these in the company's financial administration. And also what we were missing was a proper reporting functions to get insight into breakdowns and the maintenance.
And can you share why you were looking for an integrated mobile maintenance solution?
Yeah, actually there are two main reasons to why we were looking for a mobile solution. And those are response time and accuracy. Because using a mobile solution, it would give us the advantage that our workers are continuously connected to the software. And they have quick access to the new breakdown alerts, which improves their response time. And response time is very crucial because we are in a 24-hour production facility and breakdowns are very costly. Another advantage would be of a mobile solution is that it enables our workers to do immediately reporting of the maintenance and the breakdowns on site. And this improves the accuracy of the reporting. Third, a mobile application enables us to check the availability and consume spare parts immediately. And this also makes it all a lot more accurate, because in the old situation, the workers were doing it at the end of the shift when they wanted to go home, and they were rushing it. Finally, a mobile solution would also give us easy access to a lot of important information about the machine, such as the machine documentation and maintenance and breakdown history. And having all these benefits in mind, we were looking for a mobile solution running on the Android platform, and we found the Dynamics software, which was looking for a customer to develop such a solution for, and that's why we decided to start up the development project together.
Yeah, that was one of the reasons for us visiting you very often indeed. We really like to thank you for having the ability to make that together with us, and that's really what we like, to work in a project together, to make sure that we make software which is good to use. And I can imagine in your case with the maintenance engineers reporting everything at the end of the shift, being a rush, that there was a lot of mistakes maybe made in the administration, which is now supported then by the mobile solution. What were the reasons for ultimately selecting the Dynamics maintenance solution?
Well, when starting this, there was no real good solution available in the standard Dynamics IX version, and our implementation partner advised us the solution of Dynamics software. And it was very innovative, and it was making improvements to existing AX software in the maintenance arena. And more recently, we are also working together with Dynamics software with you on the mobile maintenance management for our mobile requirements.
And how did you experience that, since that was a co-developed project, which is not always the easiest? Were there any unexpected changes factors which came up during the implementation of that project?
Yes, of course. Our experience has been that implementing a maintenance solution has been a journey, because even if you have good software, you will need to find out to what extent the software really fits to your organization, and you need to take time for the changes necessary to get the most out of the software for your organization. And sometimes this means that you will have to adjust the process, your own process, and sometimes you will have to make changes to the software. It takes time to find out, and keeping in mind that it was also the first real breakdown recording system that we have implemented, and that it was going hand in hand with some organizational changes. And during this project, we worked directly with the Dynamics software consultants, and our experience is that the software itself is good. However, a co-development project like this takes a lot more time than expected. The benefit, however, is that we can work directly with the developers of the software, and that we can influence the software to make it fit our business.
Okay, as an advice to customers and potential customers listening in this webinar, what is important to give attention to in such a project?
Well, we believe that testing and having a good idea about your organization, how it should operate, is very important. And also very critical is to note that any change in an organization takes time, and people need to get used to a new way of working with new software, and they need to understand the necessity of it. We believe that just enforcing people to use the software is not enough, and that you should explain them and get them involved in the project.
I know that you have started working on it relatively recently, but what benefits has Merba already experienced as a result of implementing the Dynamics maintenance solution? And if I talk recently, I talk about the last version, of course.
Yes. Well, the main benefits are that we now have real-time and more accurate insight in the breakdowns and the maintenance on the machines in our factory. And also our maintenance workers can quickly respond to breakdowns, and they have the documentation available on hand, and the reporting and stock management is more accurate than ever before. And next to that, we have a much better insight into the hours spent on breakdowns, and which machine has been down, how many times, what it costs to repair, and for example also what spare parts are available and have been used.
I know that Merba is a really technology adoption company. In your factories you really have also a good wireless LAN. That's what allowed us to use the online version. What advice would you give to companies who would like to implement a maintenance solution?
Basically, our advice is to have a good look whether the software fits your organization's requirements. And you have to make sure to test all scenarios prior to implementing it. And do not have too many expectations on the short term, because it really takes time in any company to manage an organizational change. Also, we believe that it's important to involve the right people to create awareness why a project like this is important and to use the integrated solution for maintenance activities.
Okay. Well, Werner, thank you very much for giving this insight and sharing your experience.